First of all, I think that so many of the young people here understand why climate change is so important. The science is very clear that because of the carbon emissions that we send in, mostly from the use of fossil fuels, oil, gas, coal, the temperatures worldwide, on average, are getting higher. And that begins to change weather patterns. The oceans begin to get warmer. The ice in the Arctic begins to melt. And you get a feedback loop that as things get warmer, that creates even more of the trend towards warming. And if we don't stop the amount of carbon that we send out, and we don't find new ways of creating energy, then you'll see the oceans rise, more extreme weather events, more drought, more flooding, bigger hurricanes, typhoons, and it could have a devastating effect on countries all around the world. And probably the biggest effect will be on poorer countries who don't have as much infrastructure to protect themselves. So this is not just an environmental issue, but it's also a development issue. And once it starts, it's hard to reverse. So this has to be one of our highest priorities, but it's a hard issue to deal with because it doesn't happen right away, right? It happens gradually. And so people always think, well, that's something we don't have to worry about now. But if we don't get started now, it's going to be too late. In Paris, our hope is to get all the countries to agree that they will set targets for reducing carbon emissions. It won't be the same for every country. More developed countries, they should do more. Less developed, they don't have to do as much because they haven't contributed so much to carbon